Good morning, guys. I am going to be spending a lot of the day in the kitchen today, so I figured I would turn on the camera and bring you guys along. I have several boxes of pears that my dad brought for us. He went down to Hood River here in Oregon where lots of fruit is grown and got a bunch of delicious pears and apples, but we're mostly eating the apples fresh. But I really need to do something with these pears. I haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do. I don't really feel like pulling out the canner again and getting them canned into sauce or butter, but I do need to use them up. So I might make them into either sauce or pear butter and then maybe freeze it instead of can it, and that'll make it a little bit easier now that we have our giant freezer. We have plenty of room for that kind of thing. I also have a bag of potatoes that need to be used. I'll probably throw those in the Instant Pot and get them cooked up, and then they'll be ready to use for all kinds of different things, but they won't turn green. I always like to get them all cooked up before they turn green, and then I can store them in the fridge or freezer for plenty of time, and then use them as needed. I also have a big bag of sweet potatoes. I'll probably roast those. And then I have a giant squash. It's the only squash that came from our garden this year. I don't even know what variety it is. My husband planted it, and I just need to get it cut up and used. So we'll get that cooked probably in the Instant Pot and go from there. Excuse me, what are you doing with my onion outside? That's Mommy's onion. Thank you. I know it's a ball, but it's not to play with outside. It's for eating. Okay, we're gonna do our marble rolling. Okay, think about that side of your body. Pears are done. I'll get them blended up here in the inner pot in a second. The potatoes are also done. Let the last bit of steam out here. Don't those look pretty? Nice and pink. Perfect. got busy with all kinds of other things, and this sat here for almost 2 hours. Definitely done. Here's all my beautiful squash. I'm not sure if I'm gonna throw it in a soup or if we're just gonna eat it with butter and salt or what, but it looks delicious, and I'm just loving the color of this. It's so pink. It's just gorgeous, and it is cooled off now, so I'm ready to pop lids on it and put it in the fridge, and I'll just let it sit in the fridge until I decide exactly what we're gonna do with it. But Levi tasted it, he loved it. I had a little bit with some Greek yogurt, and it was really, really good. Did you want to try some of the pear sauce?
No, and
why not?
Beautiful on
it
this
does
one.
look beautiful. Don't
on this one.
Don't you think beautiful things taste delicious?
No.
No. Do you like pears?
No.
You don't? Oh my goodness. What do you like instead?
Peanut butter honey tortilla and a cake with peanut butter honey frosting.
Yeah, you just love peanut butter honey. That's all there is to it, young lady. Potatoes are cool, and I'm just gonna throw them in the fridge. We're having a little bit of some sunny weather here this fall. The next week or so looks like it might be kind of nice, like in the 60s and sunny. So the kids are taking advantage of it by playing outside as much as possible. I wanted to have a quick chat about my Cosori air fryer toaster oven that I posted a review video or an unboxing video of just a few days ago. I got a great response from that video, and a lot of you had some really helpful suggestions about it. A lot of people suggested using the food tray, this food tray to put underneath the air fryer basket so that you could still get the air circulation and the drippings could drip into the food tray. And I did think of that. And when I actually first unboxed the air fryer, I thought this was the crumb tray or the drippings tray because that made total sense to me. But then the manual said otherwise. And when I unbox and try out a item, I usually try to go by the manufacturer's suggestions. So when they said to air fry just using the food tray if you have greasy food, I went ahead and did that, but I definitely would use the food tray as a drip pan. Some people recommended putting water in the food tray in order to keep it from scorching, which that is a concern, but I wouldn't put water when using the air fry setting because that's going to add steam to the oven and you're not going to get as crispy of a result, which you want with the air fryer. I also got a lot of suggestions about changing the temperatures, changing the times of the cooking to get good results, and that's all wonderful. And definitely, if I had this as my only air fryer, I could tweak things and make it work. My one biggest concern is that if I were to have this as my only air fryer, and then I go out and look for air fryer recipes online or in cookbooks, I would have to adjust every recipe because it just cooks so differently on the air fry setting here, and that can get pretty annoying, especially if you're not an experienced cook knowing how to adjust things. Also for me, I like to develop recipes to share with all of you here on YouTube, and it would not be reliable for me to create a recipe using this oven and expect it to work the same way in other air fryers. There's kind of a standard of what an air fryer is supposed to do, and when that doesn't measure up, it kind of throws everything off. So yes, if this was my only air fryer, I could make it work just for us here to make delicious food in it, but for the purpose of creating recipes and getting consistent results, it's not gonna work for me as an air fryer. The kids have been playing with it, like on the toast setting, like Renee making her tortilla crispy. She usually makes peanut butter tortillas, peanut butter and honey tortillas, which is her favorite snack, but she has started to really enjoy making them crispy using the toast setting, and that works great. I also think I'm gonna try using the toaster oven for roasting the sweet potatoes that I told you about before that I have a bag of that I need to get cooked up. So I'm gonna try that and play around with the different settings because there's the roast setting. We did try the granola, the girls' granola recipe on the broil setting. It looks like the broil setting is the only setting you can go up to 450 degrees on. The other ones, or several of the other ones, cap at 400. So I turned it on broil and I turned the convection fan on, and the girls did their granola in that, and we'd have to play with it and work on the time because it got crispy faster because of the way the broil works with the heat all coming from the top. So it didn't quite work the same as in the other air fryer, but it did work and we did get a crispy granola, but it's, when you use broil, you have to watch it really closely to make sure it doesn't burn. So anyways, we've been having fun playing with it. I'm gonna keep playing with it, but I did have some concerns that you could work around if you needed to, but I just wanted to give you my honest opinion and let you know everything I thought about it. So if you're in the market for an air fryer and you're thinking about something like this, you can just make the best decision for your situation. I've never seen a sweet potato like this. It's got like a stripe of white in there. I'll be interested to see when I cut through it, if it goes all the way through. That's what it looks like on the inside. So cool. I drizzled with a little bit of avocado oil, and then I'm just gonna use this salt, pepper, and garlic and onion powder blend that I made. So here's my setup in the oven. I have the food tray down here and I lined it with foil just to make it easier to clean. And then I have the air fryer basket that I'm putting up on, see, I guess I can put it up on the highest setting. Hopefully that'll make it cook the fastest. I'm gonna try to do this on the roast setting. I'm gonna keep it at 400, that's as high as it goes. I'm gonna go down to 30 minutes. And then I'm gonna turn on the convection fan on high. That's normal, that's high, and we'll see if that gives a good result. I'll probably mix them up and turn them over about halfway through. So I've gotten a lot of side dishes made today, but I needed a main course for dinner tonight, so I am going to throw some sausages into the air fryer after the potatoes are done. I have Little Smokies for the kids, and then these are so good. They're jalapeno cheddar, and this video is not sponsored, but these are excellent. They're from Costco. We can get them at Costco, and they're our favorite, at least mine and Autumn's and Jeff's. The kids don't like them so much because they're a little bit spicy. With about 15 minutes left, I'm gonna shake these up a little bit. They're looking pretty good, having been only cooked for 15 minutes. I'm also gonna add my hot dogs onto the bottom food tray just to save time and cook both things at the same time here. We'll see how that goes. Might need to add some more time. The 30-minute cook time is up, and this is what they're looking like. They look pretty good. They could be crispier though, so I'm gonna put them back in for I think 15 more minutes, and that'll probably be plenty for the sausages as well. Turning the time knob down is a little bit annoying because if you go really fast, it just doesn't do anything. So you have to go slowly, but then when you do the roast, it always goes at 1 hour, so that's a little bit annoying. And we're putting the fan back on. Oh, Levi's excited for dinner. Alright, it's been cooking about 10 more minutes, and I'm going to go ahead and call it done. That's what the potatoes are looking like. And there are the sausages. Those also look excellent. The potatoes cooked for about 40 minutes in all, and even a lot of them are still not very crispy. It looked like a little bit of an uneven cook. Like around here, they're very crispy, but back here, not so much. You can see that. So, not the greatest, but fine, good enough. It'll still taste good. And then here are the sausages. They look really good, and they cooked for about 23 minutes, I think, all in all. And these plus the squash with some butter and salt is what's going to make dinner for us tonight. I hardly made a dent on all of my sweet potatoes and my pears, but it was a start, and I'll get to the rest of them when I get to them. I think I'm going to end this video here. Thanks so much for hanging out in the kitchen with me today, and I will talk to you again real soon.